which well tells her wide across the options on this ride. The mysteries of the deeper world untried in the AquaMiles where horizons glide. Welcome to the AquaMiles, riding with the tide. We're splashing through the waves, don't know where to hide. Feel the energy rising, we're surfing worldwide. It's the thrilling kind of ride. Come on and take the dive. There's Gorn and still fear. Brace yourself and cheer. In the AquaMiles tide, our voice is loud and clear. Underneath the ocean skies where the big fish play, in the realm of the unknown we navigate this way. Stories wide like the ocean, currents strong like a fight. Tune into the AquaMiles where the truth takes flight.
I'm your host, AquaMiles. I'm here at Atlantis. I lost quite a bit of my power for a while because, water and electricity is really not a great mix. But I am here today with my guest, the host of Rock and Roll Spock on YouTube, Willis Kyle. He talks about. Was my audio not working? It probably wasn't. My trident is not there, McConnell. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Boom. Let's go back to the beginning. Yes. I'm running a little bit late. I lost power for a few hours, so it really put me behind. But I don't know why it's not showing my guest's video here. So have to keep tinkering with that. But I am with Rock and Roll Spock, aka Willis Kyle. I'm your host, AquaMiles, and we're gonna talk about a little bit about clicks, a little bit about having fun, and get to know Willis. And hopefully you can go ahead and give him some views and maybe even a follow. So first things first, Willis, I'm glad to have you here. Are you familiar with degeneration clicks at all?
Not much.
We need to change that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, please. We have 24 episodes. We're still going strong. So, yep. When did you get into comics?
Comics? Early 90s. Around the time, just before the X-Men cartoon started up in 92. I was at a gun show with my dad, and I found a dealer that had a stack of comics with a tag saying $1 each, and among them, on the top of the pile was Gambit's first appearance with a price tag for $20. And I asked, it was 20, it was only $1, and they said it was $1. So said, yeah, okay, got $1, paid for, and bought one of my first comics.
Nice.
But I've been reading comics off and on from like when I was a little kid. My parents got mainly my mom got me would give me the old Marvel Star Wars comics when they were first coming out. And learned how to read because of those. So.
Yeah. That's actually I used that to learn how to read as well. I've been following comics. I believe it was the Marvel Universe Deluxe Guidebook from the late 80s. I got into a huge stack, and so I learned about those. I learned about the heroes before I actually started reading the comics. So yeah. That's a great time. And clearly you said Gambit, so I'm guessing Gambit's probably up there as one of your favorites.
Yeah. The aesthetic kind of appealed, and there was the whole in the 90s, 80s and 90s, the mysterious past characters, kind of like those, they're a good hook for storytelling.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot to uncover for characters like that, but unfortunately, there's some like with Wolverine where it's like you told too much. Their mysterious past, I think, is needed. And
it's not that mysterious for Wolverine so much anymore.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's the problem, is that they completely get rid of that.
But
So, and when did you get into clicks?
well, I remember in the around the time the game started, I was largely playing the Decipher Star Wars card game, and one of my friends who played that also played Mech Warrior and tried out HeroClix. I saw it, and then a few years later, about 2003, when Universe came out, the the Universe starters were available at Walmart, and I worked at Walmart at the time, so got the starter, which had Wolverine, Spider-Man, Elektra, Wasp, Sabretooth, and Hobgoblin. And so, $10, and with my employee discount too, it was basically just $10 after tax. So,
Yeah, you can't complain about that price. I'll be honest. Like, even though
right,
the sculpts were not great, yeah, it
yeah,
was a
yeah,
lot easier to and much more to afford. I'm still iffy about the price tag now, but I mean our sculpts are definitely better. So, um,
yes, they are. Yeah.
yeah. And then, would you consider yourself a better constructed player, or do you actually prefer sealed?
Uh, I pro- I'm probably better at sealed, but I enjoy building teams. So,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's actually yeah, between the entire group, we go through your team videos there. Yeah, and there's actually quite a few teams that I see that I'm like, I need to play this just to see how he does. So, yeah, we definitely enjoy your
yeah,
team buildings. Yeah,
thank
it's
you, thank you.
yes. Um and seeing hearing about you being a local to Matt Reed and from that area, like how does it
Mhm.
feel to beat Matt Reed and Lucas Landis?
Oh, well, I haven't beaten Matt in a while. But like Lucas, it's fun to it is kind of a nice little confidence booster when I beat Lucas.
Oh, for sure, yeah, and
And
it's crazy because it's if I've been noticing that there's I think because there's you and Lucas, and I think there's a few more from your area that are like
um,
YouTubers, and so it's really interesting. Like the YouTube Clicksers like hub is from your area. I think that's yeah.
I know of me and Lucas. I don't know about any others in the area. So,
No, not from that state, but just the South in general. The
oh,
Gulf
okay,
Coast
yeah,
area. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, and then
that's
and honestly, like especially like with your team videos, like it's cool to see that you highlight unique teams, even if they don't win. And honestly, that's something that a lot of people, I guess, aren't really good at doing. Is if a team doesn't win, they just don't share it. And so, like seriously, as
right.
one of the lone YouTubers who highlight losing a lot, like how do you stay so
Mhm.
humble and you're like, you know what, I'm still gonna be playing these fun teams.
Um, Sometimes it's just taking the um, un, un unplanned breaks. When like no one can show up for a few weeks. So
Yeah.
I get some time to like maybe I kind of had a bit of a I actually had recently a bit of a thought some thoughts about Kong and just the ubiquity of him, and
Yeah.
as,
No, it's yeah.
just
Kong is
you show up with
definitely yeah. Kong is a force to be reckoned with for sure. Is
yeah, you show up with a fun team, and it's like, oh, we're doing with Kong, and no one
yeah,
everyone on my team barely has 3 damage printed.
no, yeah.
So
That just
yeah,
yeah. That's what makes it hard is that you're bringing these fun casual teams to these events where people are just playing like this giant ape just to smash. But yeah,
yeah,
like seriously, like the
yeah,
fact that you're able to stay humble and you're sticking to your guns and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna play what I want to play. I mean,
yeah.
I think that's really
And
something that the community
the
needs to
last
see. So
yeah, the last month and a half or so with the league play we're doing, that really that helped a lot because
yeah.
just yeah, you couldn't, no one could play Kong because our shop didn't have any in stock.
And
So
then you have the guys that order them from online for sure. So,
Yeah.
we got some. These are going to be some off the cuff questions. I know that we have a special guest who's he's aching to be heard. So we're going to go ahead and start with him. The
Okay.
newest member of Degeneration Clicks, the Gorn. Gorn, do you have any questions that you would like to ask Mr. Willis?
Gorn!
Greetings.
Mr. Willis, what is
Yeah.
the best type of rock to throw at your opponent? A large,
Oh.
round boulder or a smaller, sharper rock?
Probably a boulder.
I like it. What is your reasoning?
The shock damage, kind of, just you hit someone with a boulder. It's like, oh, I've been hit by a boulder. You have to shake that off for a bit.
Yes. Now, next question. What color lightsaber does Spock use?
I would say blue.
All right. Is Sam Wilson, who eventually takes the mantle of Captain America, from the same race as Spock?
No, he's not. Well, halfway. He's halfway the same race, because Spock is half human.
He's a Vulcan?
He's half Vulcan, half human.
Oh, okay. What is your favorite equipment to put on your HeroClix teams?
Oh, recently the motorcycle, but probably of all time, the power gem.
Your gem is good.
But and also, like I said, the motorcycle.
What do you usually turn it to?
Running shot. The extra pass, nice.
What was your favorite HeroClix team you've made that you thought you would do really well with, but got smashed?
Probably the team I ran at States last year. It was an Ultron build with Legacy Ultron and Avengers 60th Ultron, as well as a bunch of Ultron drones. And I figured that's good. Just it's gonna at least put me. I might even make top 8, and then I didn't win a single match in the first round. So
What went wrong?
dice.
Yes, those evil dice.
Yeah, sometimes the dice are with you. Sometimes, well, they're not.
No.
Final question. Does Gorn instill fear in you?
A bit.
That's fair.
That killed me right there. All right. What is your favorite music genre?
Speed metal.
And
Largely
your
from
favorite Star Trek character?
Probably Cisco from Deep Space Nine.
So we're going to be seeing a change in a metal Cisco, correct? No.
Maybe.
All right.
I
can respect both those choices. What's your favorite Limp Bizkit song?
Break Stuff.
Okay, I'll take that. But the correct answer is Roland Urban Assault, but I'll take Break Stuff. And then the last question is going to be, what is your philosophy for team building?
Does it look like fun?
Okay. Do you like start anywhere, or do you?
Sometimes I'll start with a character and just look at keywords and go from there. Or maybe even a few characters, like, okay, what keywords have they got in common, and then go from there. There's also a lot of sometimes it'll be I'll see a lineup in a comic and like, hey, I could run that.
But yeah, if I'm watching a TV show and I see a character I like, I'm just like I just hyper focus on them. So
Yep.
Donnie Blaze is my current love affair currently. Rewatched She-Hulk. I probably watched that episode 4 probably 6-7 times. So I'm right there with you. Yep. And got this question. What do you know offhand what your record is against Matt Reed?
Not offhand. A lot of losses.
Okay. Any chance you're going to make it to Worlds?
No, I'm not going to be able to. I took this weekend off from work with Worlds being so close to my birthday. I might not. It's probably not going to be.
My phone is calling. I am going to go ahead and get rid of this phone real quick.
Okay, but just because of taking time off, one batch of days paid time off. Then 2 weeks later, taking another. I don't think I can pull that one off. So, but this year definitely not. Maybe some point in the future I may. So I usually end up sending Lucas with a list of convention exclusives to pick up for me.
Well, that's good.
As well as the money to do so. So
yeah, luckily you have some locals that can get you the pieces that you need. So, and the last question here is, who would win in an arm wrestling match? Me or Calder? We're having a charity arm wrestling match at Worlds, so I was muted. Last question is, who would win in an arm wrestling match, me or Calder? We're having a charity arm wrestling match at Worlds, and he believes that he can take me out.
I think you got it.
I'll take that. Well, anyway, thank you for coming on as being my first guest. This is kind of a little thing I'm still trying to work on, try to perfect. Everybody, please go to YouTube, Rock and Roll Spock. That's ROCKN ROLLSPOCK on YouTube for it looks like daily comic book reviews. You read them?
Not daily, but generally I try to do like Image and DC books on Monday, and then the end of the week Marvel books. So
yeah, and as well as his great team building, because even though sometimes most of the time he doesn't win, he still has some interesting ideas that maybe you can steal something from him. He might know some secret tech that we don't.
Maybe. So
anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I really thank you, Willis, for showing up. It's
thank you for having me.
Amazing. So, and everybody, go ahead and say goodbye. Gorn.
Gorn.
Gorn. All right, everyone. You guys have a wonderful evening.
Beneath our surface was starry starch on the journey dive deeper beyond apart from the cresting waves to the ocean side. AquaMiles died. We could play our part with every swell, desert wide across the ocean side. in the AquaMiles time. While United